Welcome to Truth Uncovered. Let's ask a question no one really talks about, but everyone secretly wrestles with. Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why am I not fully seen, deeply respected, or truly valued in my relationships? Let's make something clear right now. Your worth does not increase or decrease based on who texts you back, who compliments you, or who decides to walk away. Your worth is yours, fixed, non-negotiable. And that's exactly where Stoicism begins, not with controlling others, but mastering yourself. Epictetus, one of the great Stoics, said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Let's take this deeper. Imagine walking through a marketplace. You see a rare gemstone sitting quietly on a dusty shelf. Doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't need flashy lights. It's just is what it is, valuable whether you notice it or not. That's you. But here's the problem. You've been taught to tie your value to external approval, to social media likes, to attention, to being chosen, and when that attention disappears, you spiral. But here's the Stoic truth. Your value isn't determined by recognition. It's revealed by your principles. Ask yourself, do I keep my word? Do I live with integrity? Do I operate with kindness? Even when no one's watching. That's your real worth, not your bank account, not your body, not your relationship status, and the most magnetic energy you can radiate in any relationship is this. I know who I am, I know what I offer, and I don't need your validation to stand strong. That confidence, unshakable. That's the energy that attracts love, that doesn't play games and commands respect without a single word. Let's crush a myth. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless. It's about emotional discipline. It's not about indifference. It's about discernment. So when we say, present yourself with dignity, we're not saying act cold. We're saying move with intentional grace. Think about this. You're on a date. One person is trying too hard, flashy, loud, constantly adjusting their image for approval. The other is calm, composed, effortlessly present, who leaves a deeper mark. The one who doesn't need the room, because they've already got themselves. When you carry yourself with quiet strength, people lean in. Why? Because that kind of presence is rare. And rare things spark curiosity. So how do you cultivate that? Stop oversharing to be liked. Share when it's meaningful, not when you're anxious. Stop changing yourself for attention. Authenticity is more attractive than perfection. Stop chasing admiration. Let it find you. Remember this, the way you treat yourself silently teaches others how to treat you. So set the bar high, because if you keep criticizing yourself, downplaying your worth, begging to be senior, setting the tone for others to do the same. But when you dress with intention, speak with clarity, and hold your space like it's sacred, you become undeniable. Dignity is not arrogance. Dignity is restraint. Dignity is the ability to say, I don't need to prove my worth. I live it. We live in a world that rewards overexposure. Share more, post more, reveal everything. But Stoicism offers a counterpunch. Preserve the mystery, guard your energy. Don't give it all away. Let's break this down. When someone always says yes, when they're always available, they never pause before giving themselves, their presence loses weight. Scarcity creates value. And in relationships, boundaries create attraction. But here's the secret. The most powerful boundaries aren't spoken, they're lived. You don't need to say, I won't tolerate disrespect. Your body language, your tone, your calm silence says it for you. You don't need to explain why you're not texting back instantly. Your standards say it all. Real boundaries are effortless. They don't require defense. They simply exist, and they shape the energy of every interaction. So start expressing boundaries through your time. You don't chase. You choose. Your presence. You're fully there or not at all. Your pace. You move slow, not because you're unsure, but because you're grounded. The Stoic doesn't demand respect, he radiates it. And that nonverbal signal speaks louder than words ever could. Let's talk power to true power in a relationship. Isn't control. It's optionality. It's the ability to say this no longer aligns with my values. I wish you well, but I will not stay. Now pause. Ask yourself this. Are you staying in something out of love or fear? Fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of missing out. But the Stoic sees clearly. If something consistently costs you peace, respect, or authenticity, it's too expensive. Walking away isn't weakness. It's the highest form of self-respect. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't care. It means you cared enough about yourself to stop tolerating less than you deserve. And here's the wild truth. Most people miss when you're genuinely ready to walk away. That's when others start taking you seriously. Why? Because you've detached from outcome. And in that detachment lies power. So repeat this to yourself. I am not afraid to lose what is not meant for me. I don't fear solitude. I fear settling. That mindset is unstoppable. Anyone can talk about their boundaries, but not everyone can live them. And that's the difference between noise and power. In modern relationships, people often declare their limits. I won't tolerate this. Expect that if you do this again, I'm gone. But here's what the Stoics taught us. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Epictetus, sure, boundaries aren't declarations, they're demonstrations. It's not about saying, okay, I won't accept disrespect. It's about calmly leaving when disrespect shows up. It's not about demanding loyalty. It's about walking away from inconsistency without drama, without begging, without hesitation. Boundaries are not rules for others. They're reflections of your self-respect. Let me show you how Stoic boundaries work in the real world. Someone lies to you. Instead of lashing out, you pause, process, and calmly distance yourself. That's power. They keep canceling plans last minute. You don't argue, you simply stop making space for them. That's power. They play hot and cold. You stop investing. No words, just adjusted energy. That's power. These moments, small, silent, powerful, are where you teach people who you are, not by raising your voice, but by raising your standards. You don't need to punish anyone. You don't need to preach. All you need is consistency between what you believe and what you allow. When your actions mirror your principles, your life becomes a fortress. People feel it, and the ones who deserve your energy will rise to meet you. Let's get brutally honest for a moment. Words are cheap. Words can be faked. Words can be rehearsed, but actions, they expose the truth. One of the central Stoic teachings is this: judge others not by what they promise, but by what they perform. We've all been there, haven't we?
Yes.
Someone says, you mean everything to me. Change, I swear. I'll be there for you. And at first you believe them, because deep down you want to. But then reality kicks in. They ghost you. They break promises. They disappoint you again and again. And yet you stay caught in their words. But the Stoic doesn't do that. The Stoic doesn't cling to hope or fantasy. He watches. He observes. He measures truth through behavior. Because the most powerful thing you can do in a relationship is this: believe what you see, not just what you hear. So the next time someone talks a big game, ask yourself, are their actions consistent? Do they follow through, especially when it's inconvenient? Do they show up when it matters most? Because here's the truth. Anyone can act amazing for 2 weeks, but only the real ones are consistent for a lifetime. So adopt the Stoic lens. Watch more, react less. Trust. Slowly. Let actions be the language you listen to. Let's talk about your mind. More specifically, your ability to filter illusion from reality. Stoicism teaches us to see things as they are, not as we want them to be. And in relationships, This is everything. Love can blind us. Attraction can distort perception. Hope can keep us stuck in illusions. But a Stoic practices detached awareness. That doesn't mean you walk around cold or UNT or USTING. It means you stay grounded. Even when your emotions want to float away. Here's what healthy skepticism looks like. You meet someone new. They say all the right things. Your body wants to believe them instantly. But your mind steps in. Let's watch this unfold. They make big promises early on. Instead of falling headfirst, you tell yourself, time will reveal the truth. I don't need to rush clarity. You notice a red flag, but instead of justifying it, you pause and say, let me take this seriously. This isn't about being negative. It's about not getting tricked by your own desires. Because A, Stoic doesn't build castles in the air. He builds foundations on truth even if that truth is uncomfortable. So remember, caution is not fear. Discernment is not coldness. Skepticism is not cynicism. It's intelligence. And in the modern dating world, it's essential. There's a huge difference between connection and attachment. Connection is two whole people choosing each other. Dependency is two incomplete people trying to fill each other's emptiness. The Stoics taught that we must be complete within ourselves before we can love freely. Why? Because when you depend on someone else for your happiness, your identity, your peace, you hand over control. And where there is no control, there is suffering. So how do you avoid dependency? Know yourself before you expect someone else to understand you. Love your solitude. Before you share your space with someone else, build your life so that someone entering it is an addition, it's not a rescue. Stoic love is not needy. It's not desperate. It's not, I need you to feel whole. It's, I am whole and I choose you. So stop looking for someone to complete you and start becoming someone so full that your presence alone feels like a gift. Because here's the truth. You'll never be loved right if you haven't learned to love your own life first. In a world addicted to speed, chaos, noise, and instant gratification, the most attractive thing you can offer is stillness. A Stoic man doesn't rush. He doesn't chase. He doesn't panic when things get uncertain. He breathes. He observes. He holds. Steady. Stillness is not laziness. It's not indifference. Stillness is power under control when others are reactive. You remain calm. When she pulls away, you don't collapse. When things go quiet, you stay centered. That energy, it draws people in because it communicates. I am anchored. I am enough. And whether you realize it or not, that presence, silent, steady, grounded is rare. It's magnetic. It's what makes people wonder, what does he know that I don't? So cultivate stillness. In your mornings. In your mind. In your relationships. Let your energy say what your words don't need to. Because when you stop chasing, when you stop reacting, when you let life come to you with intention and awareness, don't just attract love. You attract the right kind of love. You are the treasure. Let's bring this full circle. You are not someone who needs to be fixed. You are not incomplete. You are not broken. You are a work in progress, refined by self-awareness, shaped by principles, empowered by quiet strength. The world doesn't need more charmers. It needs more men of depth, more men who know their worth, more men who love without losing themselves. So take these 9 Stoic lessons, not just as tips, but as a lifestyle. Because when you become this version of yourself, you stop begging for connection and you start commanding it through presence, values, and intention. Be grounded, be grounded, be rare. That's what makes you unforgettable.